Hello, good evening, and happy February 4th. And if this happens to be your birthday, happy birthday to you. I hope you're having the most excellent birthday and a wonderful year to come. Hopefully, the best one you ever had. Special happy birthday shout out to Joe C. Happy birthday, man. So, we are going to read from The Secret Language of Birthdays, your complete personology guide for each day of the year by Gary Goldschneider and Joost Elfers. And if you're interested in purchasing this book, there's a link down below. So, let's get into it. Let's see what it has to say about those born on this day. This day is called the Day of Quiet Eloquence. I always love that word, eloquence. I like the word elegance too, but I think eloquence is even cooler. just some thoughts. So, month February, day 5. Your sign is 15 to 17 degrees Aquarius. You're an Aquarius 2 sun sign, and you're a fixed air sign. So what do we got? Those born on February 5 lend fluency and grace to most any endeavor. They have a convincing manner that, in a quiet way, announces that they mean business. Perhaps less eloquent with words than with deeds, February 5 people have a reassuring physical presence that suggests they can be relied upon in a pinch. Those born on this day that do have verbal gifts often speak in a rather terse and direct manner, yet their speech has a compelling charm and imaginativeness. February 5 people are insightful in their analyses of the current situation. Not everyone will agree with them by any means, since their opinionated views tend to arouse opposition, and their self-assured and somewhat breezy presentation can ruffle feathers. Most often, those born on this day only give their listeners one chance to understand. If they are misunderstood, they may not bother to clarify or explain. Therefore, February 5 people must become more adept at smoothing over differences, taking time to illustrate in greater depth what they mean to say, and finally positing that they are ready to listen and cooperate as well. February 5 people often make a direct appeal to the emotions of others, but in fact, it is their own mental, concentrative abilities which are their forte. Admittedly, they themselves are emotional people, but the extent of their success may well be in direct proportion to their ability to keep the excitable part of their nature under control. Highly evolved February 5 people have a sophisticated poise, which can be very reassuring indeed, especially in difficult situations in which they are called upon to take the lead. However, this sense of confidence can sometimes arouse irritation, particularly if they adopt a condescending attitude. February 5 people are many-faceted individuals who show a great deal, but also hold a lot back. They often lead secretive inner lives to which few are granted access, and may nurture rather strange habits and neurotic rituals which give them a sense of well-being. February 5 people can be very protective to those dear to them, but themselves can use the backing and protection of more powerful individuals or organizations. Most often, February 5 people can be found working for groups and organizations and contributing a great deal of energy to family and friends. They are much less frequently freelancers or isolated artists, and even those who are self-employed generally work on collaborative projects. In general, January 5 people must learn a lot others. Well, let's try that again. In general, third time's a charm. In general, February 5 people must learn to let others catch up with their accelerated pace and make an effort to be more thorough so that their work can stand up to intense scrutiny. Boom. Interesting. So numbers and planets. Those born on the 5th of the month are ruled by the number 5 and by the planet Mercury, which represents quickness of thought and change. Since Uranus, often called the higher octave of Mercury, rules Aquarius, dynamic mental powers are granted February 5 people, along with insight into more universal objective truths. Whatever knocks or pitfalls those ruled by the number 5 encounter, they usually recover quickly, which is particularly true for those resilient individuals born on February 5. In tarot, the fifth card of the major arcana is the Hierophant, an interpreter of sacred mysteries who is symbolic of human understanding and faith. His knowledge is esoteric, and he has authority over things unseen. Favorable traits conferred by this card are self-assuredness and insight. Unfavorable traits include moralizing, bombast, and dogmatism. February 5 people must be particularly careful of the outspoken and critical aspects of their nature. In health, those born on February 5 may have chronic health problems which they prefer not to talk about. Although they are generally healthy, there are usually certain body weaknesses which nag them throughout their lives. Usually one specific area of the body or one of the major systems, circulatory, nervous, lymphatic, or glandular, is vulnerable. Not uncommonly, this difficulty can be self-influenced or even self-induced. A regular physician who sees them over the years is preferable to clinics or less personal treatment and provides continuity. February 5 people may well have to apply greater discipline to their diet. They must understand the importance of eliminating or reducing harmful substances, usually either tobacco, alcohol, sugar, animal fat, or addictive drugs. Moderate physical exercise is recommended for most born on this day, and team or one-on-one competitive sports for the more athletic. Advice. Give other people a chance. Don't expect everyone to move so fast. Try to be more transparent and make your motives clearer to others. People may not always understand your position. The meditation of this day is: getting a fire started can be much easier than extinguishing it. Awesome. So if you were born on this day, your strengths could be that you are facile, fluent, and graceful. Isn't it funny that I screwed that word up? And then weaknesses could be that you're abrupt, antagonizing, and superior. All right, so now we go to those born on this day. And yes, as ever, I apologize for all of the mispronunciations that might come out of my mouth now, but I will try my best. Adlai Stevenson, a Democratic two-time liberal presidential candidate, UN representative, and Illinois governor. If I was born a boy, if I was born a man, a boy, my folks, they were going to call me Adlai. This is the first time I've ever seen that name, except for from my parents. Juicy. Okay, so Hank Aaron, the Hammer, all-time HR and RBI leader, played 24 All-Star games. William Burroughs, writer of Naked Lunch, a drug expert and addict. Sir Robert Peel, British 19th century Prime Minister. J.K. Huysmans, Huysmans, a French novelist of En Ménage. John Guare, a New York playwright, screenplay writer of Atlantic City. Charlotte Rampling, a British film, stage, and TV actress. Barbara Hershey, a film actress. Roger Staubach, Dallas Cowboys football quarterback, five-time NFC passing leader, Super Bowl MVP. John Carradine, film actor, father of David and Keith. William I. Janovich, a publisher, Harcourt, Brace, and Janovich. Author, oh, no, that's not what it says. Arthur Och Sulzberger. So it's OCHS and then SULZBURGER, newspaper publisher of the New York Times, and son of founder. Sir Avon L. Hodgkin, British Nobel Prize winning physiologist and nerve conduction. Robert Hofstadter, Hofstadter, U.S. Nobel Prize winning atomic physicist. Andreas Papandreou, a Greek prime minister, economist, and he was exiled. Jennifer Jason Lee, a film actress. Stephen J. Cannell, a TV writer and producer. Nathaniel Owings, an architect and urban planner. Susan E. Hill, British library critic. And then lastly, we have Al Cooper, a singer, songwriter, and keyboardist. Interesting. Well, I hope that could help you on your path this year. Yeah, do it like you feel it, take it with a grain of salt or take it to heart. It's up to you. I'll end out with this awesome meditation. Again, getting a fire started can be much easier than extinguishing it. So dang, yeah, here comes the next year. And if you're interested in the daily Oracle poll, I'll link it below once that's all uploaded and everything. And hey, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Mwah. Take care.